some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense is on the field for the first time today. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David, Herschel, Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others, and they hope that they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly touted. He's got the skill set, obviously, highly recruited. Everybody talked about it. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious to see how he responds. I know he has the physical ability, but is he ready for this?
He looks really good coming off the bus, I'll say that. He is definitely built different, but he's going to have to run different than he did at high school. David, you know this. You can't bounce every run to the outside and get away with it like you did in high school. I'm really curious to see the discipline he's going to have in this game running the football now that he's playing against much tougher competition.
Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Right back to the well. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Trying play action. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a drive there of 84 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. And here it comes for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more, and there's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played again.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Swings it out to his running back. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Miami. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oh, they're after him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Lost to fire on second down. Rushes on him. Unleashes one. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Off play action. Finds the tight end. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. On third down, he drops to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot it. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback pulled up through and sacked at the 12.
nice as it is a defense, when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home. That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. On the move at the 30. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Running to the left. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll field the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. Makes the grab. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. He's got it. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. Now the play fake. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. NC State needs to take advantage of this red zone trip. To the air on 2nd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. Never a doubt. This is now a 7-point game.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They'll give it to the back. Got the first down and more. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out in the flat. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. The Wolfpack line up facing third and approximately half a mile. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Kick is in the air. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Leaves it with the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Punt is in the air on fourth down. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. He makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Off the play fake. Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 15. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Man, you want to make big plays in the passing game, and to do that, you've got to be able to read the defense, see what they're doing to make sure you don't put the ball in harm's way. You could see he drops back, got really good comfort level with what he's seeing. He knows he's going to fit that post over the linebackers in between the safety. Ball is on the money, and they're rewarded with a touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it out quickly. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The kick is on its way. He's got it. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man on the outside. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. On target. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He'll keep it himself. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through a tackle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Using his feet. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they can do something very special this season. How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Unloads quickly. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Bringing the heat. They're working that left side. He has a knack for taking away the tackler's leverage. He's out to the 34. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He'll pull it on the read. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Lining up to convert third down. Throws for the tight end. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The give to the back. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Red pass hits complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play.
Flying down the left side. The 20. Pass it. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, NC State.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That one's going to get a little star mark decided on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback pulled up through and sacked at the 12.
And it's been that kind of day so far for this offense, guys. This quarterback has never had an opportunity because he keeps getting sacked. That now already the 4th sack of the game. We're only in the second quarter. I guess the only good news, he hasn't turned it over yet. He hasn't been forced to throw the ball up into coverage, into a bad spot. He's been good about just eating the football, but they've got to find a way to find some rhythm here in the passing game moving forward.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They boot it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Setting up the screen. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. They'll leave it with him. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Had to throw it before he wanted. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Makes the grab. Turning it on. goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. From the gun. Give on the inside. Fights off the defender. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Leaves it with the back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Buys a little time with his feet. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. It's 24-13. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. BYU is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure the folks around that program feel that way. Something is up there in Provo. They're trailing by 14 to SMU. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got the big tight end on the corner route. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and take it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They'll try the run. Across the 45. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got his man quickly.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quick completion on the out. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. First play of the drive wants to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Handoff from the gun. He breaks a tackle. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll go to the toss. Got enough for the first. Turns it on down the left side. Tap! And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Ready to try the point after. And they tack on the PAT. It's 31-13. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished with a 64-yard sprint to the house. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rivers. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's second and 6. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? To the ground to try to move the chains. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. There he goes! And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. The Gamecocks are rolling down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
And the Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Get it out on the screen. He's not going to get to the sticks, and the screen comes up a little short. It'll be 4th down. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. NC State has to come up with a big play here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The defense has had some bad stuff happen to them today, but one bright spot for them has been the pass rush. They've shown the ability to get after the opposing quarterback.
The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Quarterback on the keeper. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. He'll do it himself. Got the first down and more. Getting up close to midfield, gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds. He'll keep it himself. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to throw it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Snags it over the middle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Hunt is on its way. Takes it on the return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They think they can create space here with a run to the right.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Wolfpack will get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. The give on the inside. Breaks into the open. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off play action. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the stomping has commenced.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Oklahoma is trailing, but don't tell me this team can't come back. I once saw Jalen Hurts lead the Sooners back from 28-3 down. We'll see what they're made of today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Miami. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Brings up second down.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The play action fake. It's complete. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
At the 26. First down for the offense.
Delivers the stiff arm. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. A little release to the back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Power football with the run. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
First down for the offense.
He's got it on the right. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Brings up second down.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, we've seen this a couple times on this drive now, but having a lot of success with the quarterback sneak, and there's something going on up front right now, whether it's just the offensive line getting a better push or he's finding the crease to the right side of the center or to the left side. Whatever he's doing, it's working. The defense has not been able to stop him, and they just ride the center and the QB sneaks.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Hines is big tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Looking to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Brings up second and goal.
He'll pull it on the read. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
When you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, the defense does a really good job playing assignment football. Man on a man, I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell, had the running back taken care of too, nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Brings up third down.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And now the ball's loose in the end zone. A loose pigskin in the end zone, and the defense is all over it. A fumble recovery for a touchdown.
It's a defense that plays with great effort. You saw it right there. Creating the fumble, jumping on the loose ball for a score. What a momentum-shifting play.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good.
The kick is good.
The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Bringing it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fighting off the defender. Oh, he's got some space. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Brings up second down.
They'll run it from the gun. Shows him the stiff arm. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd down, going up top. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Punt is in the air. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Trying to get it to the marker. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Using the quick game. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, what a move. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the ground with the counter. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner goes down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today.
Turning it on! Touchdown, NC State! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week one sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the full.
South Carolina, 27.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Give to the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Working the middle, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it down the middle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. From the gun, running back on the move. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Second down coming up.
Wants to fire on second down. That's caught. It's Wicks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his back in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. So now it's second and long.
Brings up second down.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. Just keeps slinging it. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on second down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. And the Gamecocks need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going downfield for the big play. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
First down for the offense.
And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
Brings up second down.
Back to pass. Got his man on the right. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold offense.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Second down, he'll throw it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The Gamecocks are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Punch it out of the air. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.